The Rams might have a secret weapon in mind for Sunday. For the last decade, did every playoff team actually have a secret plan for the Dodgers? And Chicharito is still angling for a spot on the Mexican national team for the World Cup. Hi, I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. It is October 28th, 2022. I am on the road in Victorville, the place where the American dream dies the slowest, most painful death imaginable. We are on, I think, the 668th of 1,000 cuts on the way to the grave. But by the way, let's talk LA sports. What the hell? No need to get political. We added new subscribers yesterday, and I appreciate every last one of you. Clickety-clack the like button if you like the content. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. Because it's going to be one way I can validate I'm still alive in San Bernardino County. So before we go through the news and notes from around LA, we will take a quick look at the scoreboard. Yesterday, Norman Powell scores 21 points to lead the Clippers, but they lost again to Oklahoma City, 118-110. The Clippers are 2-3. They are on a 3-game losing streak. And last night, the Kings, come on guys, 6 goals allowed. They gave up just 19 shots. So in other words, every third shot pretty much went into the net. Winnipeg 6, Kings 4. Meanwhile, today the Lakers are at Minnesota at 5 o'clock. We mentioned earlier that the Lakers haven't been 0-4 since 2015. LeBron James hasn't been 0-4 since his rookie year. So the Rams offense has continued to evolve. And Sean McVay is no stranger to trying to change his offense. You might recall the year after they lost the Super Bowl against the Patriots, their offense, it seemed like everybody was figuring it out. And then towards the end of the year, he started to add a wrinkle or two here or there to get the running game going. Well, you might have noticed that the same thing was happening a couple of weeks ago against Carolina. They started running more jet sweeps, and Brandon Powell is becoming more than just a punt returner. For example, Powell, for the first time, started for the Rams against Carolina. He had 4 receptions against the Panthers, 3 carries. He might wind up being a dual threat. They have him back on punt returns, obviously, for the speed. You could theoretically put him in for jet sweeps and the like. So is that a wrinkle that they were tinkering with, possibly to use against the 49ers on Sunday? Also with the Rams, when asked about his preference, wide receiver Cooper Kupp said, quote, "Hands down, we should be playing on grass," unquote. Then he was reminded he plays at SoFi Stadium, which is one of 14 NFL stadiums with artificial turf. When reminded of that, quote, "We should be on grass," unquote. And you can kind of understand why he would think that way. He saw his teammate blow out his knee in the Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium. Lord knows half the Chargers are in orthopedics right now trying to figure out how to repair ankles, knees, any joint on the human skeleton, for Pete's sakes. So yeah, this is how he makes his money. Do you think this guy, he's the guy that's known for route running, really wants to make a strong cut on the SoFi Stadium turf? I hesitate to say this because, well, the Dodgers analysts on Spectrum Sportsnet, they didn't name names. And I'm always distrustful of people who don't name names. But David Vassegh and Jerry Hairston Jr. said that LA is guilty of not making in-game adjustments, according to opposing teams' scouts. According to Vassegh, quote, they are very married to the percentages that they see before the game, unquote. Which, by the way, theoretically, I think you could see the point. But here's where everything seems to go askew. He said that other teams flipped the script during the playoffs. And Hairston, for his part, says he gets text messages from opposing scouts saying the same thing. I can't buy that. Now, I get it. We all hate the fact that the Dodgers got bounced early. But look, if you buy that, you are suggesting that every other team is just basically rolling over and playing dead during the regular season. And then once the playoffs come around, oh, now we're going to try? Now they're going to try. Does that even remotely make sense to anybody? The Galaxy's Javier Chicharito Hernandez does not believe that his chances of playing for the Mexican national soccer team are over. Now look, the bottom line is there's been nothing but other than pointless drama between him and El Tri's manager Tata Martino. It's possible that in his quotes, Chicharito is actually angling for the next World Cup, but he didn't specify, so I have no idea. He's actually saying he is eligible to participate for El Tri in the upcoming World Cup in Qatar. Now, I don't know if he has anything that he could use for leverage to get on the current roster. The only thing that comes to mind is nude pics on Martino. And if that's his leverage, I don't want to know. Look, I have relatively simple ways of running my life. As a matter of fact, I kind of boil it down to one rule. I don't want to see anybody's penis. I don't even want to see my own. I'm good. It's there. I don't care what no. I've never sent a pic. I've never wanted to send a pic. Never wanted to receive a pic. I don't care. My one rule in life, even if I wind up living in a tent city and peeing on somebody else's car because I can't find a bathroom, all I know is I don't want to see a penis. That's it. You guys can see all the penises you want. Not judging you. Don't judge me. I don't want to see a penis. USC football has recruited successfully a 4-star edge rusher, David Peavy, from Lincoln High School in San Diego. He committed to the Trojans on Thursday. The class of 2023, as a result, is edged up from 14th to 13th with the addition. Regarding this weekend's game, USC, they'll be playing in Arizona. Linebacker Eric Gentry, he turned an ankle versus Utah, hasn't practiced in full since the injury. He is a game-time decision. For that matter, so is Raylan Goforth. Maybe even Shane Lee. That's 3 linebackers. Hey, wait. Don't the Trojans play a 3-3-5? Oh, shoot. Look, it's a concern. I just wouldn't hit the panic button yet. They do have a couple other linebackers on the roster that they like. Brandon Staley has high praise for Chargers offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. He said Lombardi has been doing a bang-up job considering the Chargers have lost an all-pro left tackle. 3 or 4 receivers are out at one time. But understand, that may be true that the Chargers have had a rash of injuries. I make no quarrel with that. But the Chargers offense has been worse this year in every conceivable metric. Every last one of them. They were last year a top 5 offense. Now, at best, they're middle of the road. They are a lesser offense in the red zone. They are a lesser offense in third down conversions, rushing, passing, pass protection. Of course, pass protection. Justin Herbert blasted out his ribs earlier in the year. So I'm not necessarily saying you axe Lombardi, but I don't know necessarily if everybody gets a free pass when you go from top 5 to mid. Finally, we mentioned SoFi Stadium earlier. Good news for the stadium with the turf that kills. They will host the 2023 Gold Cup Final. It's a tournament, for those of you who don't watch a lot of soccer, it features all the national teams from North and Central America. They battle it out. This year they'll also include Qatar from Asia. They included Qatar in the last Gold Cup. The U.S. beat Mexico in the 2021 final that was in Las Vegas. Very compelling match. And I'm a big honk for international soccer. So if it's at SoFi Stadium, yeah, count me in. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread, whether it's about the Dodgers, USC, the Rams tinkering with their offense, or the Chargers trying to figure out how the hell to save their offense. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We do talk LA sports here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back later today with a USC preview. Faithful Angelenos is a Can Cortel Queso production. Take care.